Hello everyone, I'm back. This video, I want you to watch this video before you watch the video on the syllabus, because really this is the main part of the syllabus that I know a lot of people need to get started working on and need to have an understanding on. This video is to explain the social interaction part of your grade. The total points possible for this component of your grade is 580. So you have two main parts of your grade: social interaction, which is here, and examinations, which is really the other part, the other big portion of your grade. If you would please pull out your syllabus with me. Hopefully you've had a chance to print it out. I really do recommend you printing this out like you would for any other class, just so you can have something to reference back to easily. You don't have to always log online to find it, that type of thing. You can just flip through it, find the parts you need. Please do print this out. If you need copies, you don't have a place to print them out, email me your address. I'll send you one in the mail. But I really do want you to have one, so please let me know. Anyways, let's get right into it, because each video I can only record, for some reason, can only be 15 minutes, so I want to make sure that I get everything in this video without missing something. So, We the People online course material. This is going to be found on Blackboard under course materials, and I'm going to just go ahead and rename it to We the People. Okay. All of this came with the textbook, okay? So none of this is done by me. I don't have any control over this. I can go in and change things, but I choose not to, because they got it the way they want it, and it's just better that way. So you access it on Blackboard by going to the We the People link. Now, if you're looking on the syllabus, if you're following along with me, you should be on page 3 at the top where it says We the People course materials. Now, there are 4 parts to this part. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's not. Well, okay, let's go to chapter 1. So if you'll notice where I said on the syllabus, I'll pull it up. You notice I said the pretest is the only one I am requiring. For each chapter, there is a pretest. The pretest is supposed to be done before you start doing any of the other activities, because this is going to let you know where you stand going into it. So it kind of gives you a little focus, like, okay, I don't know as much as I thought I did, or hey, I do know a lot, so let me just kind of review some things that I don't necessarily know. This is what I'm requiring for you, just to kind of open your eyes to see where you are, okay? So for every chapter under this, you will complete this for everyone. Now, the other activities are completely up to you, okay? So you can choose 1, 2, 3. You can choose 1, 2, 3. However you want to do it. Now, if I were you, I would do the pre-test, do 2 activities, and do the post-test, okay? The post-test is going to show you how far you come from this to this. So if you do the same, or if you do worse, or you do better, then something's going on. Then you got to go back and figure out, what do I need to do? So really, if you want to do the pre-test and post-test for every chapter, that gives you 2 other activities to complete. Now let me just click on one to show you. What this is a video.
Since the founding, the American people have become increasingly diverse. This diversity and the change...
Okay, so as you can see, this video is on diversity. So what it's going to do is it's going to ask you questions that are related to the video, and then you can go back and see how well, with your score, how you did. Now, another thing I wanted to show you. Each chapter has learning objectives, right? You look in the book, let's say this is chapter 1, and this is from the 10th edition. If you look in the book on page 4, can you see that? It gives you the learning objectives. Every topic that has a learning objective associated with it is going to be covered in these activities. So that kind of lets you know that every learning objective you're at least touching on through an activity if you choose to do whichever ones you choose. So, yeah, keep that in mind when you're going through to kind of see which learning objective or chapter goal you think is associated with. So you'll kind of be able to gauge how far you're coming along. So again, all you need to do is 4 for each chapter. The pre-test is required. If you want to do the post-test, then you know that's 2 out of the way. Okay? And then you pick the other 2. On the back of your syllabus, it looks long, but it's really not. If you'll turn with me to page 7 or 6. You'll see, okay, so for chapter 1, we have flashcards, we have chapter goals, we have, so basically this is the table of contents for each chapter activity. So once you do the pre-test, you can mark that off on your copy of your syllabus. Check that off. And whichever videos you choose to do, you just mark those off. So it kind of lets you know which ones you've done to at least make sure that you've done them all. Now you can see where I've stuck inquisitive right here underneath the pretest. Both these are in bold because these are what I'm requiring you to do for each chapter. Now the inquisitive is not under the course materials. That's going to be a completely different section. But this is just letting you know for each chapter what I am definitely asking and requiring of you to do. These are they're not optional to complete, but they're optional to complete how you want to complete them. Okay? And you can mark it off just to keep track. This is a checklist basically for you. Okay, so let me go back to the points. So you'll see that this is worth 140 points. There are 14 chapters. So basically 10 points for each chapter you're going to be able to earn from this. The pretest itself is going to be 2 points. So when you complete the pretest, okay, so for each chapter you can earn 10 points from your online course materials. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, even though I didn't put this in the syllabus, the pretest is going to be worth 4 points for completing because that's what I'm requiring you to do. The other 3 are your choice. They'll be 2 points each, which equals 10 points. So please mark this out on your paper copy of the syllabus where I put 10 points each. I don't know where I got this math from. I don't know. I was probably up late doing it, and I don't know. But just know that it's a total of 140. There's 14 chapters, so that breaks down to 10 points each for each chapter. Okay. These are going to be due on Sunday at 11:59 of that week. So like the end of this week, we're going to be finishing with chapter 1. So you want to make sure you do that. You start working on at least the course materials. And if you're having problems with inquisitive, I'll get to that. But well, I'll get to that right now. Inquisitive is more like a game type of app. It allows you to gauge, kind of set your level of competition, level of difficulty, and then you kind of compete with yourself. I'm looking for 100% completion, meaning that the game is going to tell you when you've reached 100 points completion. So, like for instance, I really can't show much because I don't want to show people's stuff. But let's see here. I'll do a separate video for inquisitive. But let me show you how to get to here inquisitive. Once you go, you click on the course materials, click on the ebook link, and then this is how you get to it. Hit inquisitive. It's going to ask you to register. I've already registered. I'm already logged in. It's going to ask you to register. Now, I've given you the information on how to register under the We the People materials. This is the information that you're going to need to register. You're going to need this is how you're going to register. Our student set is this one, meaning this is how you're going to access the class that I've set up for this section. Okay. So I'm going to click out of that. But that's going to be worth 20 points each week. And this is on completion. So if I look on my gradebook and I see that you have completed it at 100%, then you'll receive the 20 points. If you don't complete it at 100%, you won't receive the 20 points because I have no way of calculating what 80% or 57%. I don't want to go through all that. And it'll just be better for you to complete at 80% at 100% for your benefit. So if you're having problems with Inquisitive, I can help, but I won't do it in this video. I just kind of wanted to show you where it was and what it was about. So they're 20 points each, 14 chapters, double it, 280 points. This is a good portion of your grade because it is very interacting, and it may take more time than the other parts of the course materials depending on how you interact with it. And I really want you to utilize it because it's free and they usually charge for it. So it could actually end up being a better tool for some of you than what you find underneath the chapters. And please give me your feedback on it if you like it or if you don't like it. Kind of let me know so I can know going forward. But that's going to be due on the same way as this part, Sunday of the week that we're covering the chapter. So at the end of this week will be Sunday. We should have done everything for chapter 1. Does that make sense? So if you look on your syllabus, you'll see week 2, August 23rd through August 29th. So by August the 29th, you should have had done Inquisitive and your We the People course materials. Now this is going to be a weekly thing. These two are weekly. Facebook discussions and journals, you'll see they have due dates here. The Facebook discussion is going to be just like you would on you're commenting on your Facebook with your friends. I'm going to post something, you comment on it, and then reply to someone else's comment. So it's going to be worth 20 points for each discussion. So 10 points for your comment, 10 points for your reply. Okay? There are going to be 7 of them. So it's going to be 140 points total. So on September 6th, your first one will be due. It'll be worth 20 points. If you do the comment and the reply, you'll get your 20 points. And I'll explain to you kind of how I want you to comment and reply. I don't want you to just say I agree or disagree. You know, we talked about being able to articulate and explain your position and your argument, so to speak. So this is where this is going to come into play. I won't just I won't post it on September 5th and say it's due on the 6th. I'll try to get it done at least 7 days in advance, but it could be 5. So that's why it's important for you to keep checking your Facebook at least one every 2 days. Okay, and if you know like it's due on September 6th, then that week you should be looking for it. And I'll post an announcement to let you know when it's up, but you just don't want to forget about it. And the journal is much like the Facebook discussion, except this journal is just going to be between you and I. And we can kind of talk about stuff that maybe you don't want to talk about with your classmates or, you know, questions that you may have. It just gives you an opportunity to continue to think for yourself a little bit more. Some people like to say stuff on social media that they think will get likes or something, and that may not be how they truly feel. But I really want you, for both venues on Facebook and journals, I want you to be as truthful as possible in articulating how you think or feel about something, but please do so in a tactful way. I said there would be no more than 5, but I'm just going to keep it at 4 for just assignment's sake, and that'll be 25 points each since there's only 4, and it'll be worth a total of 100 points. So you got 100 here that you can earn. You got 140 here that you can earn. You got 280 and then another 140, and that completes your social interaction component of the grade. Now real quick before my video runs out, go to Course Tools, click on it. You'll see journals, and then for whenever the journal is posted, I will, I'll put it, it should show here when you get it. Now I have asked for a little tester, so you have until Wednesday or tomorrow to do the tester, and that just lets me know that you know how to access it and get to it. So if you could just write, hey, I got it, or tester in the text box, that'll be fine. Okay.